And now Gene starts with The Black Hole.
My first film is one of the most eagerly awaited movies of the holiday season. Walt Disney Productions' The Black Hole, a $20 million space adventure that's being billed, I think, as Disney's answer to Star Wars. Sad to say, though, it's not much of an answer. The story is about an American space exploration team that stumbles upon two strange objects in deep space: a gigantic spaceship that's been missing for 20 years and a strange funnel-like formation called a black hole. The crew includes Ernest Borgnine, Anthony Perkins, Yvette Mimieux, and a tin can version of the little robot from Star Wars.
My God! Right out of Dante's Inferno.
Yes. The most destructive force in the universe, Harry. Nothing can escape it, not even light.
I had a professor who predicted that eventually black holes would devour the entire universe.
Why not? When you can see giant suns sucked in and disappear without a trace. Give us some magnification, Vincent.
Every time I see one of those things, I expect to spot some guy in red with horns and a pitchfork.
It's a monster, all right.
A rip in the very fabric of space and time. But I picked up something else of interest.
Let's see it.
It hasn't moved since I first picked it up. It seems to be some kind of ship.
USS Cygnus. Its mission to discover habitable life in outer space. Same as ours.
Now that was thoroughly dull, at least I think so. The crew is a bunch of mopes. The interior of that spacecraft was so dark and dreary. As for the image of the black hole there, it looked like maybe a gown that I think that the Blue Fairy wore in Pinocchio. In reality, black holes are presumed to be something like collapsed stars, very dense with a tremendous gravitational pull, so strong scientists theorize that not even light can escape them, so you can't really see a black hole. But the film, I guess it has to give us something to look at, and this is the only time now that the black hole is even remotely exciting, when the crew gets close for a visit. Too close.
Air brake amidship. Losing oxygen.
Charlie, give me a full burst at 180 degrees, main thrusters.
We've got a break here, too. Emergency readout shows the primary and secondary airlines ruptured.
Never rains. Full pitch attitude thrusters, A and B rings. The black hole is pulling us in. Going to manual.
Cross between a bathtub drain and a blue donut. That sort of thing is the kind of thing we expected to see all throughout the black hole. No such luck. Most of the film is about the crew investigating that other big missing spaceship and a villain they find on it. Only in the last few minutes do we actually get into the black hole. Then it's exciting, but wow, it's a long, long wait.
I've got to agree with you on this one, Gene. It is a long wait, and it's been a long wait for this movie, too. Disney's been talking about it for 2 and 3 years. Their big $20 million science fiction extravaganza, and the last thing we expected, I think, from Disney, which has been so innovative over the years. I mean, they gave us the full-length animated feature. They gave us a lot of great science fiction pictures earlier, like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. What do we see here but a little robot, looks like a salt shaker, ripped off from Star Wars, but his eyes are painted on. He just turns his head. It's not even great animation. And another robot in this picture that looks like Darth Vader from Star Wars. This is not an original picture. I think at Christmas time, when we go to a new Disney science fiction movie, we want to see something we haven't seen before. And this is crummy as far as new science fiction is concerned.
Absolutely. In fact, when we get in the black hole, it's frankly a lot like 2001. You know, I got to ask the question, at least raise it. Can Disney make a good film anymore? It's been a long, long time since we've seen them. Both you and I love their early work. I wonder what's going on. Are they afraid of Walt Disney's memory or something? Why isn't this picture better? It's very disappointing. Little kids may like the last few minutes. I don't think an adult will at all.
You know, you are right that there isn't a lot of, they didn't take many chances here. The cast, for example, is a bunch of stars that maybe were supposed to go see Ernest Borgnine or something. Star Wars had people we hadn't seen before doing things we hadn't seen before. This movie, it's a brand new movie that seems very familiar. The Black Hole is the new science fiction space opera from Walt Disney. Has some dazzling special effects at the end, but the story just didn't thrill us, so it gets 2 no votes. Neither Gene or I can recommend you see The Black Hole, rated PG.